As we focus now to the other story, yet another flashpoint between the BJP and the AAP party. A few days ago, ladies and gentlemen, Delhi's Snoopgate case was referred to the President's office. This after a CBI report, which I'm holding right now, we'll get to you in a short while from now, alleged that the ruling AAP party of using the Vigilance Department to carry out political snooping. The CBI report said that the feedback unit was tasked to gather actionable feedback regarding the working of various departments of the Delhi government and also to do trap cases. Today, the streets of the national capital saw massive protests. BJP held protests, and this comes after what has been dubbed as the Snoopgate scandal exploding, and the fight between the ruling AAP party and the BJP has already begun. Take a look at this report to know what actually transpired, and then we take you through that very report prepared by the Central Bureau of Investigation and now submitted to the Vigilance Department. Will there be an FIR? Yet another FIR against the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia.
The BJP has hit the streets against Kejriwal over alleged snooping by Aam Aadmi Party government.
केजरीवाल ने दूरबीन लगा रखी है जासूसी करने के लिए, फीडबैक यूनिट बनाई है, सीक्रेट सर्विस फंड बनाया है, एलजी से परमिशन ली, कानून इजाजत नहीं देता, एसीबी और विजिलेंस पहले ही है, तो अपने विरोधियों की सेंट्रल मिनिस्टर्स, एमपीज, एमएलएज, इन सब की वो जासूसी करवा रहे हैं, सरकारी अधिकारियों की, मीडिया की, जजेस की. तो भाई पॉलिटिक्स में आप जासूसी कराएंगे, ये तो आपको इजाजत नहीं है.
This is the BJP who is protesting at this point in time at the ITO of the national capital, and this protest is going to go ahead. They are going to get out the Aam Aadmi Party office. That's something what we have been told. This is about the feedback unit which is coming in light, which was made in by the Aam Aadmi Party. As Aam Aadmi Party till now is calling this baseless, and BJP Karyakartas at this point in time is protesting in the national capital.
This comes right after a CBI report stated that the Aam Aadmi Party government used feedback unit to snoop on political opponents.
तो देखिए, प्रोटेस्ट है जासूसी के खिलाफ, और केजरीवाल जी की पार्टी ने जो अपराध किया है वो माफ करने योग्य नहीं है, क्योंकि फीडबैक यूनिट के नाम पर एक सरकारी तंत्र बनाया गया जिसमें सरकारी पैसा खर्च किया गया और जिसका मुख्य उद्देश्य जासूसी करना था. वो सीधे तौर पर ये दर्शाता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी की मंशा ठीक नहीं थी, और इस मामले में जो सीबीआई ने जांच करके जो मामला दर्ज किया है ये गंभीर मामला.
LG has taken cognizance of the report and the BJP wants Sisodia to resign. The snooping controversy is only snowballing. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Let me also bring in my colleague Niranjan, who's going to join us on this broadcast, getting us the full details now. Ladies and gentlemen, Republic TV has now accessed the CBI report. The CBI report that was submitted to the Vigilance Department, which makes some startling revelations about the so-called feedback unit that was started by the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, the ostensible reason was basically to look into whether at all there is any corruption in the government departments. That was the reason why. That is the mandate that was actually given to the feedback unit. Now it turns out from this report that we are holding, in fact Niranjan is going to take you through the details of this report that has been submitted to the Vigilance Department. There is a clear mention of the fact that this unit was looking into the functioning of political opponents. Over to you, Niranjan, for further details of this report.
Right, Shravan, I have that note with me. It's called a self-contained note, and let me read out some of the excerpts of that note. It's a fairly detailed note which I have in my hand. It runs into several pages, about 15 to 20 pages. And basically this unit was set up, Shravan, from the document that I have in my hand. It says the unit was tasked to gather the relevant information and actionable feedback. Relevant information, actionable feedback regarding working of various departments, autonomous bodies, institutions, entities falling under the jurisdiction of the territory of Delhi, and also do quote-unquote trap cases. Now, what are trap cases? Now, we'll get into that a little later. But it says the unit was tasked to gather information on other departments, essentially meaning snooping. Now, going across to how this unit was formed, who gave the approval for the unit, it appears, as per this note that I have in my hand, it appears that the decision was taken by the Council of Ministers in Delhi, which meant the Delhi government took the decision on a proposal from the Chief Minister. So it claims that Kejriwal made the proposal and the Council of Ministers took the decision, and there was no cabinet note. According to the report that I have here, there was no cabinet note in this regard, and it appears prima facie from going by what this says. It says that creation of these posts was not sent for approval by Honorable Lieutenant Governor of Delhi, although he is the competent authority to create posts in Delhi. So one, it was from the Chief Minister, it claims, approved by the government, and secondly, it appears that the Lieutenant Governor didn't even know about this. Now, there are some more very interesting aspects that come to the forefront. One, it says a provision of 1 crore rupees was set aside for this secret service expenditure. So there is a feedback unit which is essentially snooping, and for this feedback unit of the FBU, there is 1 crore rupees set aside for special operations, namely snooping, as per the details and the allegations made and the findings that I have in my hand. And it also goes on to talk about how there was a red flag raised on the funding and where the money was going. There was no accounting, so there were discrepancies in the money and the expenditure as well. So that's when the red flags were first raised. And when it came to the attention of the Lieutenant Governor, he sent the file to the CBI to further investigate and take a look at what was really going on in the national capital. Not just that, it appears, Shawan, and like you mentioned, it says the intention was to conduct trap cases. Point number 2, it mentions a political angle as well. It says here, and I quote, first of all, the LG of Delhi ordered that the matter be referred to the CBI for full investigation, taking note of prima facie evidence of improprieties and violation of rules. Point number 2, it talks about political purpose of this FBU or the feedback unit. It says here that the posts that were created be adjusted against other posts. So they claimed in advertisements, etc., that they were actually hiring for the ACB, but they were secretly hiring for the FBU without clearances, right? And 17 posts of FBUs were being adjusted with the new ACB, hirings that were happening. And it appears here in one of these pages, it appears that it was done. The FBU was being used to gather political intelligence for the party of the Chief Minister. It says in as many words that it was being used it was being used for political purposes to gather political intelligence on behalf of the party of the Chief Minister, namely the AAP party. So the allegation suggests that this feedback unit was being used as the spy unit of the AAP party. Was it a spy unit of the AAP party? And specifically it says the nature of violations committed is inherently dishonest. Materials disclose abuse of official position, dishonest intention by concerned public servants such as Manish Sisodia. So it names Manish Sisodia. Let's wait and watch where the story goes, Shravan. These are just the details that I have with me. The political fight, of course, is ongoing on the streets of the national capital. We'll wait and watch. Back to you for now.
Well, in fact, this report makes a categorical mention of the fact that 40% of the work that was being done by the FBU was for political intelligence. Point number 20 makes it very, very clear that FBU was not only looking into matters of corruption, but as far as political intelligence is concerned, and it was being used by the Aam Aadmi Party. That's a direct allegation.